everyone, today we're in Istanbul, the city of contrasts, because it combines both European and Asian cultures. I've been here already 5 times, so I will tell you about all of the must-sees, must-visits, must-tries in the city, and I will also talk about the things that make this city so unique. So I want to start off by saying that Istanbul is one of my favorite cities of all time, although I've traveled quite a lot. It is very comfortable for the tourists and it is very beautiful. It is very diverse. It is a huge city with so many different districts around it that you will feel that you've visited like 5 cities in a row instead of only one. And also it has always been a very important historical city. First of all for the Roman Empire, the Great Constantinople, then for Ottoman Empire, and now it is still a very important European city because Istanbul is located both in Asia and in Europe, and you can really feel that and you can see all of the cultures combined all together in one place. That is very unique of Istanbul. And now let's talk about the things that you should know before going to Istanbul. First one is Istanbul card. It's a very handy thing that will help you to move around the city very easily. You can buy it at the metro stations or the tram stops. You just put money on it and you can pay with it for buses, trams, metro, and also ships that you can take to go around Bosphorus. I will talk about that a little bit later. Also, don't be scared to use public transportation. It is very easy to use. Also, everything in this city is very clean. All of the metro stations and city in general is also very well taken care of. Second of all, prices. You may think that Istanbul is a Middle East city with low prices. Prices in the city center can be compared to prices in Germany, for example, but in this district, Nişantaşı, which is a very luxurious district of Istanbul, and there's not only one luxurious district here because there's so many business owners and so many rich people. For this fresh orange juice and this coffee, we paid 10 euros. So make sure to convert the prices from liras to the currency that you use to make sure that they are in your pricing range. And also it's funny that a lot of districts with higher prices are not in the historical city center because there is a lot of wealthy people living here too. And the third thing that I want to talk about is safety. Istanbul for me is one of the safest towns that I've ever been to. I've never had any issues with safety or stealing or anything like that. I felt so much safer here than, for example, in Paris or in bigger cities around Europe. So obviously keep an eye out, but it is very safe here. And now let's move on to sightseeing, the main part of the video, and what must visits are there in Istanbul. First one is obviously Blue Mosque. I highly recommend visiting it. When we were in Istanbul this time, it was closed for renovation, but it's a must visit. Next one is Hagia Sophia. At the Hagia Sophia, but now you can see the queue that goes there. It's a huge queue. The entrance is free, completely free, because now it's a mosque. A few years before it used to be a museum and you had to pay for the entrance fee, but now it's made to the mosque, and it's nice because you have an entrance fee, no entrance fee, but it's bad because you can't go upstairs and see the ancient Byzantine mosaics that were like upstairs. They're still there, but you can't go up there. So the life hack is to go at the evening. So this is the whole queue to get to Hagia Sophia in the daytime. They check your belongings at the entrance, that's why the queue is there. But in the evening, we came inside 5 minutes later of waiting. And now a little bit about the history of Hagia Sophia. It was built 1500 years ago in Constantinople as one of the main churches of Christianity at that time. And that's why you can see all of these gorgeous golden mosaics with still Christian saints on them. The main one was Saint Mary. Now it's covered by these white sheets. It was looking gorgeous because of the lightning from the windows made around it. Now there's obviously a lot of Muslim symbols because it's now a mosque. And back in the days, you could go up the stairs again to see more mosaics there. I was there once. It was very beautiful. Now it's closed for the visitors, but it is still worth a visit. And it's time to visit other places. So if you want to feel the true spirit of Middle East, I would highly recommend going to Egyptian market, Egyptian Bazaar, not to Grand Bazaar. I like this one more. It is an historical building, part of it, and part of it is outside. And from there you can also go to Suleymaniye Mosque, and that's what we're going to do. But first, about must visits at Egyptian Bazaar. First one, you exit the bazaar, and right at the exit you can see this coffee place. This is the best Turkish coffee brand that you can buy here in Istanbul and in Turkey in general. Second of all, Safa baklava, that is on the opposite side of the street to the coffee place. This is the best baklava in my opinion. And a great thing about them is that they vacuum seal the baklava boxes, so they are safe to get in the plane with you, and they are very easily transported. So Suleymaniye is a must visit in Istanbul. It is a mosque that is so beautiful, so unique, and it is also located on the hill, and there's a great panoramic view on the city from there. There's also no entrance fee, which is always a plus, and it was built in 16th century by the great architect Sinan, and it was built under the reign of Sultan Süleyman and Hürrem Sultan, and their love story is so unique, and it's not only about the love story, so you want to hear about it. So Sultan Süleyman was one of the greatest sultans in the Ottoman Empire in the 16th century, known for his military conquests and administrative reforms that brought the great prosperity to the empire. Hürrem Sultan, on the other hand, was a Ukrainian woman who was brought to the harem as slave. She was known for her intelligence and ambition. She knew a few languages. She was very, very smart. And she became not only Sultan's favorite in harem, but she became a trusted advisor of the ruler of the Ottoman Empire. And Sultan made harem his legal wife, a decision that shocked the empire. It was never known that a woman from harem became a free woman and married the Ottoman Empire leader Sultan. So she was a very unique woman, and it was a very unique couple. But the mosque is very, very beautiful, and again a must visit. And I was telling this story about Hürrem and Sultan Süleyman because their tombs are located here. Another must visit from Roman Empire is Basilica Cistern. The entrance fee is 300 liras and it is located right near Hagia Sophia. The whole magic begins when there's colorful lightning. Don't worry, Basilica Cistern is not spooky at all. I just chose this epic music to show how moody it is, and I really love how they put art objects in there. And now let's move on to the last historical sites in this video, which are Galata Tower and İstiklal Street. And first of all, I would highly recommend to walk around the Bank Street on the way to Galata Tower. It has so beautiful architecture that you feel like you're walking in Budapest or Vienna. There's also this very famous stairs up. There's a lot of people taking pictures, but in general, this district of Istanbul is so pretty with its beautiful old buildings. It is very pretty, green. It has a lot of great cafes all around it, and it's a perfect place to take pictures too. But let's go back to Galata Tower. To go up, you have to buy a ticket that costs 175 lira per person, and you don't have to walk up. You can use an elevator, which is great. So let's see how Istanbul looks from above. By the way, to walk down, you don't use an elevator, but you use stairs. But it's very nice to walk down that little corridor in the side wall of the tower. And let's go to İstiklal Street. By the way, this is the district that we had the best kebab in Istanbul. I will talk about the food later on in this video. And by the way, also I will make a full guide with all of the locations, where to eat, with the routes, with the schedules of the different transportations on my Patreon. So if you want to get a full guide over Istanbul, you can support me there and get it. So this is İstiklal Street with the famous red tram that goes through it, because the length of this avenue is 1.4 kilometers long. This part of Istanbul was a part of Constantinople too, so you can find all the historical Christian churches here that are still working, and you can visit them without paying any entrance fee. They're very beautiful, and I would say that you should visit them too, but only if you have time, obviously. And also there's a lot of different embassies on this street. This street also has very beautiful venues, so you can just walk around, take some pictures, and it's also a perfect place for shopping, because there's so many different shops for any budget. Both Turkish and international brands are here. So this was it for the first part of the videos of Ultimate Guide to Istanbul. If you want to learn about hidden spots in Istanbul, the best places to take pictures, the most colorful districts of Istanbul, heartwarming stories about how locals treat the animals here, how to pay 1.5 euros for the Bosphorus trip instead of 20, best parts of Istanbul to see how the actual Turkish people live, the best spots with the best panoramic view on Bosphorus, the secrets of Turkish food and the best places to eat it, and also a hideaway spot near Istanbul with thermal springs where you can have a nice spa. Make sure to go to my second part of Istanbul vlog.